Today we're gathering around the campfire with Jamie, a QHS member whose life is as exciting and grounding as a hike through the mountains. But what trails did she tread to reach these heights? Let's trek into the wilderness and discover the adventures that led Jamie to where she is today.
Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm from Rahway, New Jersey, now living in South Dakota. But I grew up a pretty normal kid in the 80s and 90s, doing what normal kids do back then, eating way too much sugar and having way too many vaccines given to me and antibiotics and things like that. I went to a Catholic grammar school and then went to the public high school, went to college, got a degree in biology, and I have been working for over 20 years at a pharmaceutical company for clinical research. So I run clinical trials, do all the logistics that are associated with all of them. And while I love it, and I think there's a place for pharmaceuticals, in my 30s, I would say I started to gravitate more towards alternative health and how I can do things in a more natural way. I found out about QHS through a family member. And it's one of those things where I've done a number of different alternative health things where I have a device that's supposed to help with EMF waves and all these different types of things. But, to date, I really haven't found that one be all end all that has, completely cured me. In my 30s, I started to feel a lot more tired, started having anxiety, and really just felt like my battery was always run down. I would wake up from sleeping and I'd still be tired and want to go back to bed. And that wasn't something I normally felt. I always slept a lot, but I woke up and I would feel like I was ready for the day. So one of my hopes with the QArc is to kind of get back to that feeling I had when I was a kid, when I had a lot of energy, when I felt like I wasn't having anxiety all of the time. And I was always an overweight kid, and an overweight adult. I would love to be a normal weight and just really do things in the easiest, most healthy manner that I can. So I don't know what other stuff I need to add in there. Again, we never know what the future holds, but prior to COVID, I was exploring becoming a health coach. And I do still see that being something I would really like to do in like a second life. When I got COVID, I ended up getting more tired again and things like that. And I really haven't gotten that motivation back to keep doing that. But I'm interested in like herbalism, homeopathy, and doing things where in a more natural way we can connect with the earth, where we can, not always use pharmaceuticals. I do think they have a place, especially in certain acute care settings. I think they are very life-saving and things like that, but I definitely think we overuse pharmaceuticals. And it's to our detriment. I also have a big thing about how the earth and all the pollution and our water quality. And, I'd love to see those things continue to move forward and get involved with some of those things, or even just the joys of hydrotherapy. I've talked to a family member about, maybe one day opening like a hydrotherapy place where you can go and, different temperatures of water, maybe even have like a little lazy river going through it, some, mindfulness, that kind of thing, a place to, rest and relax and rejuvenate. So yeah, I definitely see myself moving towards something like that if I have the energy to really do something different than what I'm doing today. I think in terms of, a final ending, I mean, what's ever really final, I guess is sort of the question on that. But what I would like to see is, humanity as a whole, be able to get healthy again and be able to experience the earth and experience this life in a way where we're not being pulled down by these unhealthy bodies, where we've been poisoned by our environment, poisoned by our food, bring us back to a state where we can all really feel like we're really good. And then we can start to move forward in humanity, where we can do other things, where we can really help everybody out. We can be better mothers, we can be better fathers, we can be better sisters, brothers, friends, those types of things. And when you don't have your health, it's really hard to be there for the rest of humanity, yourself, your family, your friends. And, they always say health is wealth, right? And so we're going to create the best wealth that there is in the world by giving everybody their health back.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.